If you guys are looking for a cheap and reliable place to get your FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check the link in the description and use the code Itani to get 5% off. So today, guys, we've achieved our weight loss goal of 20 plus kilos lost, gone from my body, and that's like, now that I'm thinking about it, that's like another kid. It's like I had a kid on my body. That's crazy. Okay, that sounded weird. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is a before and after picture that I posted on my Twitter. I'll show it in the video as well. And basically, loads of people kept asking me, how did you achieve this? What kept you motivated? And what was your diet like? And so on and so forth. Now, I don't want to make this too complicated. I'm going to make it as simple as possible. You can go in depth in this, but this ain't the video for it. I'm just going to try to keep it as simple as possible. There is a lot of information on the internet, a lot of misinformation as well. But I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know to just get you started. But like, if you want more information, there is a lot of fitness channels on YouTube. A couple that I recommend is Greg Doucette, link will be in the description, and Sean Nalawani, link will be in the description. These guys are the best to learn nutrition information, exercises, and so on and so forth. These guys help me, stay motivated, and, they don't tell you what you want to hear. They'll tell you what you need to hear. So let's go back to the beginning. A year ago, I was 113, 114 kilos, something like that, around there. I don't remember what the peak was, didn't want to know because it was embarrassing. Not only that, but when I first actually bought a scale and checked my weight, I was just, shocked by the number that actually appeared. So that's when I saw that number, I'm like, there is no way I'm continuing to go up or continue on this path. And even when I was, like I said previously, when I was out going for a walk for the first time after the lockdown, my legs hurt. Just doing simple things like going down the stairs, it felt weird. It felt like simple tasks shouldn't feel, straining on the body. And that's how I felt like, because I was like on the verge of obesity if I wasn't obese already. So people did ask me, how did you remain motivated, remain consistent? And consistency here is key, guys. You need to remain consistent, because if you don't, you'll just go back to your normal ways. And to be honest, there was a couple of YouTube channels I did use for motivation purposes. Now, knowledge-wise, they did help me somewhat, but I was already knowledgeable in knowing what I needed to do, lose weight and training and so on, because I've trained 10 plus years before this lockdown, before I gained so much weight. So I had the knowledge there already. So that's why, it was easy. It wasn't an easy journey, but you guys know what I mean. I knew what I needed to do to lose the weight. One more thing before I begin telling you what I did is there is a lot of misconception on the internet on what is naturally attainable for the body if you weightlift and diet and so on. A lot of what you see on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the social media platform you browse, it's mostly fake. A lot of people are on pharmaceuticals, so you're not gonna gain what you see on these platforms naturally. It's just impossible. So keep this in mind. If you're trying to weightlift or trying to be natural, you have to pick between two sides: looking big with clothes on or looking good on the beach. So take, for instance, you can't be big and lean naturally. It's just impossible, but you could try and find a balance between both. So the biggest mistake people make while trying to lose weight is starving themselves, and that's their way of losing weight, which is completely wrong. You're not meant to be suffering to lose weight. You need to lose weight slowly so it's sustainable. If you lose weight fast, it's not sustainable. You'll start binging on fast food later on. You might feel motivated to begin with, but the longer you're on the diet, the more you feel like crap, the easier it is for you to not continue it. And loads of people can lose the weight, but is it going to remain off? Probably not, because the diet is not sustainable. Now, find a diet that is sustainable. what helped me sustain my diet is drinks like Coke Zero, 0 calorie drinks, and Red Bull sugar free. Now I do have the sugar one sometimes as well because why not? I mean, I'm I'm healthy now, so I don't really need to be so strict on myself. But everything in moderation. So a deficit, what you need is around 500 calories, and that is good enough. Every day, 500 calories. Remain on that deficit. Make sure you're on a deficit for the week, for the month, not just a day, because you might be on a deficit for a couple of days, and the rest of like maybe you might do your cheats on the weekend, and that basically overrides everything you did throughout the week. So make sure you're on a deficit for the week, the month, and that is 100% how you would lose weight. 100% way to lose weight right there. There is no quick fix to losing weight. It's a long process, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. There is no hack, nothing of the sort. Anything you see online telling you that is just them trying to grab money. So here is a tip to weighing yourself, and it's the best way to do it, honestly, because your weight will fluctuate a lot, and it might, demoralize you, which you don't need while you're dieting, because it only takes a little thing that will make you snap out of it. What you need to do is always weigh yourself in the morning every single day. Trust me. Every single day, weigh yourself after the toilet or whatever you do consistently in the morning, but make sure it's exactly the same thing you do. So if you, go to urinate in the morning, make sure you do that in the morning every single day. So it's consistent as possible. Now, for the week, you weigh yourself 7 days a week. You take the average of that 7 days and you write it down. The second week, you do the exact same thing. If the average is lower, that means your calorie deficit is pretty good. As long as it's not going down too fast, obviously. And if it's going down too slow, that means your deficit is not big enough. So that is the best way to weigh yourself. Weigh yourself every single day, take the average for that 7 days and write it down, and so on and so forth. So that way your average should be going down every single week rather than, oh, you weigh yourself one day, you take the lowest number and then hopefully it keeps going down by that. It's not that simple. Your body fluctuates, your body weight fluctuates a lot depending on what you've drank the previous day, what kind of meal you've had, what kind of food you've eaten, how much steps you've done. There's so much, how much sleep you've had. There's so much variables that you have to take into consideration. It's never going to be the same. So that's why if you weigh yourself 7 days a week and take the average, it will be as consistent as possible, or is the best I can give you, basically. Now, exercise-wise, I'm not going to go too in-depth because there is so much you can do. There are so many YouTube videos that will help you way more and will show you how to perform the exercises and so on. I'm just trying to keep things as simple as possible and not confusing. What you need to do is weight train if you're trying to gain muscle, but if you're just trying to lose weight, I would just walk, to be honest. If you hate doing cardio, I hate running, I hate jogging. If you like to play football, but do cardio that you would enjoy doing. So take, for instance, for me, I like to play badminton. I would go play that. I like to walk. I'll go and walk. Don't do anything that you hate, because then you won't stick to it. So do stuff that you like doing for cardio, like playing football or basketball, or I don't know what people do, golf. Whatever you like to do, do that so you can stick to the, exercise routine. I like to do weights. Hence, I do weights. I like to walk. That's my cardio. Now, what people don't understand is if you're weightlifting, it doesn't burn many calories. I don't care what people say. Don't believe them. Weights just doesn't burn enough to make you lose weight. It burns a little bit, but it's not enough. Trust me. So take, for instance, what's the most intense exercises you could do? Leg day. Take, for instance, leg day. Now, people say, I don't have big legs. Let me just prove them wrong real quick. Because people will be like, your legs, you're not training them intense enough. I'm going to prove them wrong real quick. Legs for me is probably the biggest thing in my body. Here we go. And plus, you guys don't get to see it too much because I'm sitting down all the time. Now, for me personally, I do a lot of compound exercises, but even the most intense leg day will probably burn you 200 calories. Let's be honest here, that is nowhere near enough. That's not even a McD's burger burn off, like literally, it's not. So what you need to do is go out your way and do some cardio. So what I did was do 10,000 steps minimum every single day, minimum. So that would take me at least an hour and a half to achieve, around there. I would say an hour and a half at a good pace. So that would help me burn 400-500 calories, 600 calories. But the more muscle I built, the more I would burn. But obviously, it's going to vary depending on your pace, how much body weight you're moving. It depends on a lot of things. So I can't give you an exact estimate of how much you're burning, but you will definitely be burning more than lifting weights. No matter what you're doing with lifting weights, even if you're Super Saiyan, you're not going to burn as much as walking. All right? Keep that in mind. So have some sort of cardio in your exercise or your training routine, because you need it. If you want to burn calories, you need cardio. The other thing you can do if you don't want to exercise, which I do recommend you do anyway because there's other health benefits other than losing weight, is just be on a deficit. You don't need to go to the gym. You could just be on a deficit. So burn more than you intake. Simple as that. I'll put a calculator in the description below. It will give you an idea of how much your maintenance is and focus on how many calories you need to burn. Simple as that. Now, here is a couple of things I noticed after I lost weight. Can walk way longer, went on hikes, can walk for 5-6 hours without, my legs hurting, which is so fun because we hiked Mount Teed in Tenerife, all the way up, all the way down. That was long, but it was fun. And just, it's awesome to know that you're capable of doing something like that, without dying. While a year ago, I couldn't even walk for 20 minutes without my legs hurting. So that was sick. Just being strong, looking good. Everyone looks at you differently. It's just the way it is. I don't know why, but everyone looks at you differently, treats you differently because you look healthy. It's just the way it is. I don't know why, but that's the sad truth. Could last longer in bed. There is that. Could do different positions. There's a lot of benefits, okay? All right, so before I end the video, I want to go through the supplements I take. Whey protein, just to get my protein intake for the day. I focus on, so basically how much protein you need to take is whatever you weigh in kilos, just double it. That is how much you need protein every day for optimal muscle building. I take vitamin D because there is no sun in this country. So I make sure to, supplement my body with that. Multivitamins. And I also take fish oil because you need some fish oil to support your joints because of the exercise you're doing and stuff like that. Omega-3s is what I recommend. And ones that are high in EPA and DHA. Other than that, that is the only supplements I take. I take a pre-workout, but you don't need to. By the way, you don't need to take whey protein. You don't need to take any of these supplements. I do recommend vitamin D and fish oil, but other than that, you don't really need any of the other stuff. Protein is more for you, more for convenience purposes. I am bothered to eat so many meals, so I just take a shake. That's it. You don't need it though. None of this. If you see fitness influencers and stuff like that telling you need something, you don't. They're just trying to sell it to you, make you waste your money. A lot of supplements out there are just there to waste your money. All right. I do eat protein bars every now and then, depending on if I have time to make a meal or not. That's all there is to it. It's just for convenience purposes to get your protein intake for the day. That is it. If you already got it through food, you don't need to take a shake. It's actually better not to, because then your calories won't be up because of the shake. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. Let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, I will try and help you out as much as I can, answer as many questions as I can. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you need help with anything. If you guys enjoyed it, check the links in the description for all the people that I've mentioned, or the calorie calculator, and hopefully you have a very nice day.